This is an action plan for your career. You are never too young or too old to learn something new, and these days, the possibilities for employment really are endless. Put out feelers while you are still in school to get an idea of whether or not a specific career path is right for you. Job shadowing is a good way to observe someone who works in the field you are thinking of entering. You could shadow them for a few days during the school holidays, but even half a day should give you an idea of how what you learn in class is applied in the real world. You will get a good sense of whether this is something you enjoy. A mentor is an adult in your chosen career field who spends a period of time teaching, motivating, and supporting you. It is likely that you will later remember this person as someone who played a pivotal role in your life. Offer your assistance free of charge in aid of a good cause, and you are likely to learn a lot in the process. For example, if you help to clean up litter, you will discover more about pollution, different soil types, water quality, how soil and water are analyzed in a laboratory, as well as how to discuss the subject with other people. This knowledge will serve you well as a laboratory technician, municipal worker, public relations officer, or counselor. If you spend your holidays volunteering with the SPCA, this will stand you in good stead for a career as a veterinary assistant or veterinarian. School business or projects are small businesses operated by young entrepreneurs in a school environment. Anything from selling silkworms to making sandwiches or selling biscuits. This will help you learn how to work with money, order stock, and budget for things like water and electricity. Use these opportunities to learn as much as you can. Internships involve spending a period of time working somewhere to gain experience in your area of interest. It not only supplements classwork, but can also earn you academic credits and, best of all, you could also earn a little money. Look around you, give it some thought, and see if you spot the chance to create opportunities where previously none existed. For example, in large cities, there are people who take care of houses for owners who must spend time away for work or on holiday. Others work as dog walkers, exercising pets for people who either do not have the time or do not have a garden. Regardless of the line of work you are entering, self-confidence is important. Too little will hold you back, while too much can scare people away. You can improve your skills, particularly those you are already good at, by practice, practice, practice. Your self-confidence will improve, and you will definitely see the results. And then, repeat, repeat, repeat. Give some thought to your career goals. Do you know what you would like to do one day? Do you enjoy working with children, or are you crazy about technology and anything to do with computers? Remember, it is good to have goals in life, but they are meaningless if you don't take action, which we all know takes hard work and requires self-discipline. I don't have time is one excuse that is often used, but it usually is not true. You won't develop self-confidence and reach your goals if you do not put in the effort. One of South Africa's most successful golfers, Gary Player, once said, "The harder I practice, the luckier I get." There are 3 basic skills everyone should practice. Number 1 is emotional intelligence. This means you consider other people's emotions and know how to respond to them. It is possible to learn this as you get older. Number 2 is self-knowledge. You should regularly think about who you are. Write down your thoughts. Try to understand why you do something in a particular way. What are you currently doing well in your life, and what could you learn to do better? Number 3 is problem solving. Young people are often told to know their place and are not encouraged to think for themselves. They do not even try to solve complicated problems themselves. However, the world is changing, and people who can solve problems usually progress the furthest in life. Therefore, do not wait for someone else to fix a problem for you. Let's talk about your curriculum vitae, CV for short. A curriculum vitae is a document in which you outline who and what you are, list your qualifications, and summarize what you have achieved so far in your life. It is really your own personal advertisement. Remember, your CV should pave the way for you to be invited to a job interview. It must look professional and should stand out from the rest. Remember that many other people have also sent in their CVs. Write your CV in the language preference indicated in the advertisement. If it is for an Afrikaans company or position, the CV should be written in Afrikaans. Should it be for an English company or position, submit the CV in English. If you are not sure, do send it in both languages. Be concise, because potential employers initially spend about 10 to 40 seconds looking at your CV. Always be honest. Do not make false promises and never twist the truth. Your contact details, telephone number, cell phone number, and email address should be at the top of your CV where they are easy to find. Do not write an essay about yourself and steer clear of graphics, photographs, and too many colors. Be businesslike and keep the information clear and in point form. Provide your academic information and always begin with your most recent achievement, such as matric. Where did you complete matric? What subjects did you pass? And what were your symbols? List any experience you have gained in a workplace. Your references come last. These are people in a position to discuss you and your capabilities. Remember to include their contact details. Always proofread your CV several times because spelling mistakes and incorrect punctuation will count against you. Save your CV as an MS Word or PDF file and attach it to an email with a covering letter. It is really your own personal advertisement. Here is an example of a basic curriculum vitae. CV. Personal details. Anna Swartz. P.O. Box 231. Citrusdal 7430. Cell phone number 071 234 1234. Email address aswartz@telkomsa.net. ID number 981-007-5098087. Date of birth 7 October 1998. Nationality South African. Languages fluent in Afrikaans and English with knowledge of Xhosa, reading and speaking. Driver's license code 8. Career goals. I am a big animal lover and feel inspired to follow a career in which I can help animals and also prevent them from being mistreated. The assistance position at the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals will offer me the opportunity to realize this goal. Educational background. Citrusdal High School, 2007 to 2011, matric, December 2011. School subjects and symbols achieved. Afrikaans first language, B. English second language, C. Maths literacy, C. Social sciences, A. Business science, C. Life orientation, B. Outstanding achievements, member of the Student Council 2011. Book prize for Best Matric Learner in Social Sciences at Citrusdal High School. Trophy for community service. Work experience. Work as a volunteer at the Citrusdal SPCA 2008 to present. Basic office administration. Make appointments for animal sterilization. Assist with feeding and cleaning cages. Transport of supplies for the local branch after obtaining my driver's license. Assist with uploading information on the SPCA website. hobbies and interests. I enjoy reading magazines about animals and their behavior. Caesar Milan is one of my role models. Hip-hop dancing, computer games, references. These should be at the end of your CV. They should be people who know you personally, such as a teacher, mentor, or sports coach. Always request their permission to be included on your CV. Make sure that their contact details are correct. Telephone number, cell phone number, and email address. This is an example of a referee for Anna Swartz. Mr. Peter Smith, class teacher, Sitterstal High School, 54 Talp Street, Sitterstal 7430. Office number 024 338 1614. Cell phone number 072 122 2111. Email address psmith@webmail.co.za. Your covering letter is a letter in which you state that you are applying for the position. You should briefly describe yourself and explain why you are the best candidate for the job. It can be the first page of your CV or part of your email. Here is an example of a basic covering letter. Your name, your address, name of the personnel officer, the person named in the advertisement as your point of contact, name of the company advertising the position, address of the company, date of your application. Dear Mr., Mrs., Miss, if you know the title of the person to whom you are addressing the letter, use it. Otherwise, to whom it may concern. I would like to apply for the permanent position of General SPCA Assistant, which appeared in the classified advertisements in Die Burger, 15 December 2020. I attach my full CV for your attention. As you will see in my CV, I recently successfully completed my matric exams with a distinction in social sciences. I very much enjoy working with animals and have spent several holidays working for the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. I am very patient with animals and their welfare lies close to my heart. Because of my experience in this working environment, I believe I am the best candidate for the job. I am also always willing to learn new skills. Thank you for your time and consideration. I look forward to meeting you so that we can further discuss my application. Warm regards, your name, your contact number, cell phone number, your signature if you would like to include it. Where do I start applying for a job? Find part-time work while you are still at school. This will help you gain the experience so many job advertisements require. Keep your eyes and ears open. Cast your net wide. If you are only job hunting via newspaper or internet advertisements, many posts will slip through your fingers. Seek opportunities everywhere. The help wanted signs at the supermarket, community notice boards at the library, conversations you overhear. Furthermore, many jobs are never advertised, which is why you should contact potential places of work on a weekly basis. There might be nothing available immediately, but perhaps in 3 months' time, something will crop up and they will already know all about you. Make your network work for you. Friends and family can help you job hunt and even put in a good word for you. An employer will usually respond positively when an applicant is also recommended by someone he or she knows. The same applies for volunteering. If you are prepared to work somewhere without compensation for a while, and you do your job well, the chances are good that you will later be appointed in a permanent position. Stay positive. Remember, no one owes you anything. It remains your responsibility to find a job and make a success of your life. If you stay positive and believe in yourself, you will eventually find the right job for you. Be flexible. Often one does not immediately find the perfect job. Do not be too picky. Say yes to the position that may not excite you, but gives you a foot in the door. There is a chance you will discover something different and learn new skills. Any job is better than no job. Follow up. Employers are often inundated by hundreds of applications. Ensure that yours stands out by following up your application with a friendly phone call. This indicates that you have ambition and are motivated to get the job. But be careful that you do not become a nuisance. There is a difference between a job and a career. From early on, it is important to be able to tell the difference between the two. Author Elizabeth Gilbert writes, "A job is how you look after yourself in the world. A job contributes to your human dignity and security, but the most important thing to understand is that a job does not have to be fantastic or amazing every day. A job can even be boring and ordinary because it does not have to be soul-fulfilling. Don't judge yourself by your job and don't be a snob about anyone else's." She also says, "You do a job for the money, but a career is a big investment that you build over years with passion and commitment. A career requires ambition, strategy, and hustle. Your career is a conscious decision. It is your relationship with the world. You do not have to love your job, but you should love your career. Be punctual. When you are invited to a job interview, make sure you know exactly where it is so that you can arrive at least 15 minutes early. Arriving late creates an exceptionally bad impression. Do some research into the company beforehand so that you have sufficient background information. This conveys that you are interested. Dress neatly, which will show that you have pride in yourself and will therefore also take pride in your work. Do not dress too flamboyantly and always consider the work environment. Think carefully about jewelry, makeup, and perfume. Remember, the interviewer is not your enemy. He or she has also been a job applicant at some point in their lives. Begin the interview with a friendly smile and by greeting the interviewer with a firm handshake. Experts say that the first 3 seconds of your interview are the most important because this is when you will be assessed based on your appearance and body language. Healthy self-confidence is important. Maintain eye contact. Do not be too informal or talk too much, and never make negative comments about a previous place of work. Now let's talk about the job interview. The first 3 seconds of your interview are the most important. Here are some questions you can expect in an interview. Why did you apply for this position? What do you know about this job or company? Have you previously done this type of work? List your skills that will be useful in this position. Do you work best in a team or on your own? Tell me about yourself. Many people are caught off guard by this question. Which 5 words describe you best? Can you work under pressure? What are your strengths? How do you handle criticism? What are your future plans? When can you start? Now for some questions you could ask after the interview. If I get the job, what will my responsibilities be? Who will I report to? Will there be opportunities for promotion? Why did the previous person leave this job? Is there a possibility that I will need to relocate in the future? What training courses does the company offer to employees? Is study leave a possibility? Who is the company's most important competitor? Are outstanding achievements recognized? Are working hours fixed, or is flexi-time a possibility? Let's talk about how to survive your first week in a new job. Be on time. Make sure that you allow enough time to reach your place of work, particularly if you make use of public transport. You will never get in trouble for being 10 minutes early. Being punctual is not only good manners, but also creates a good impression. Dress neatly. If you are not required to wear a uniform, do not dress too casually. Find out if there is a dress code for your place of work. Be prepared. Always have a notebook and pen or two close at hand. You will never know when you will need them. And don't forget your cell phone charger. You will have to take in quite a lot of information, so it is a good idea to read through your notes at the end of the day and note down any questions you want to ask. At this stage, it really is impossible to ask too many questions. Some new employees will be snowed under from the start, while others will find there is not enough to keep them busy in the first week. You might end up with what could seem like insignificant tasks. Remember, you can learn a lot by completing such tasks, as they provide an opportunity to learn how the company operates. You can also take the initiative and ask for work, or find ways to keep busy. Read the training material or practice using unfamiliar software. Manage your self-confidence. As a new employee, you'll be enthusiastic about sharing your own ideas with your colleagues, but some people who have worked there for a long time might not like a youngster who tries to throw their weight around or thinks they know it all. Know your place and become acquainted with your environment before trying to change it. Your new colleagues will be introduced to you, and if you want to get on well with them, go to the trouble of remembering who they are. Write down their names if you have to. Another good idea is to add them to your cell phone, even if you don't have their numbers. Note down personal details, such as Solly cycles over weekends. This will make it easier to remember who's who. Exercise social media caution. Do not use Facebook to vent about your new boss. What happens at the office stays at the office. A lot of information in a workplace is confidential. Remember that everything you say on the internet stays there forever. Some employers even research the social media profiles of potential new staff members, and employees have been fired for comments they have made on social media. Never forget that you are judged by your words, photos, and, yes, by your friends. Expand your network by registering on platforms like LinkedIn. Always be helpful. Offer your assistance, even if it really is not your job. If the office manager clearly needs a hand unpacking stationery, ask if your help is needed. When you notice that someone is overloaded with work, find out if there is anything you can do to assist. Helpfulness is always an important asset in the workplace. Good luck with preparing for your first job.